Welcome back. We spoke yesterday about the plus-sized fashion show in Tel Aviv, and today Maya Kramer has brought the CEO and such a role model, fashion stylist Gאלה רחמילביץ. I did it. Something about
you deserve
like
a medal.
20 letters in your last name.
Sorry. I'll change this for last time. For next time.
All right,
Emily,
so yes.
I want to just correct you because it's not just a fashion show. It's a few fashion shows. It was last week. It's Fashion Week, and it's the 5th time that she's doing it. It's Fashion Week. There used to be a lot of plus-size fashion shows, but Gala took it to the next level, and she's going to tell us a little bit about how she got there.
And let's start first also with your journey. I mean, have you always been this woman that's obviously been a big personality and inspirational in body image stuff for women?
Yeah, I was born fat. And I was a plus-size teenager, and I'm a plus-size woman, and I love fashion. And no one will tell me that I can't wear fashion because I want to.
Amen!
And yeah, you know, as if we want something, nobody can stop us. And 4 years ago, I flew to London to the plus-size fashion week. And I felt so amazing. Finally, I was part of something. And I thought to myself, oh my God, I have to do it in Israel. So we made it for the 5th time last week. And it's amazing. It's incredible how many women and teenagers came and fell in love with their bodies.
Yeah, I bet. And I mean, this is like such a great, trend. We're seeing women all over the world that are, started with Emmy and Anna Nicole Smith, but like it has really become a global self-empowerment phenomenon, wouldn't you say?
And I also just read that Ashley Graham, who's, the biggest plus-size model right now and one of the biggest supermodels, was put this week on Forbes' list of top 10 highest-earning models, not just plus-size, highest-earning models with a $5.5 million a year salary that she has made this year.
Not bad.
Insane.
So what would you say is like, for you now, seeming this is becoming global, how are women here in Israel kind of reacting and feeling better about their bodies?
It's amazing. 60% of the Israeli women are plus size. So we are the most we are most of the community population go to shopping, and unfortunately in the mall it's a bit of a problem to find a size 12 and up. So we have so much luck that the Israeli designers are made so great stuff, fashionable stuff, not just clothes for fat women.
Not just clothes that look like maternity clothes.
Yes, trends and fashion and cuts and styles, and you can see everything that skinny girl can wear.
You see, I wanted to say, like, in America, Emily, in America, like, as you know, like Lane Bryant, all these other brands, like, there's
it makes you feel different. Like, it's just like
it's
you're
boring.
Lane Bryant, right?
Like here, a girl can be
amazing,
fun and plus size.
So many people like this. I mean, listen, I agree. Like, you come to Israel, that was the first thing I noticed. I was like, the women are really beautiful, and they're not skinny. Like, there's not the same pressure.
We are not skinny. Like, there is
women are in bathing suits, like that would never go in a bathing suit in LA, where I'm from, and they're just as beautiful. Like,
yes, we've got the same pressure to be skinny, to do a diet, to lose weight, but we are always saying, don't tell us to fit our body to the fashion. Fit the fashion for us.
Yes, amazing. That's so true. It's so true. And I think what's really nice is the fact that Israeli designers are going with the trends and making them plus size. Why should plus size girls have to hide their body?
Yeah.
Why do they?
We don't want to cover ourselves.
And you know what? Why? It's great coming from here because Israelis are creative. There's a lot of talent, and why not make clothes for everyday people that are normal, body types?
And another thing that I was thinking about was trends. Is this just a trend? Because Kate Moss, the waif look. That was
a trend.
Unfortunately,
Twiggy was a trend.
Right. Is the plus size a trend?
Let's hope not, because the world is getting bigger and bigger every year. So I think the fashion industry have to accept the plus size and to embrace the plus size and stop doing clothing for fat people. Just do a fashion for skinny, for plus size. It doesn't matter. These labels are not necessary. Just do fashion. We all want to look fashionable and amazing, so it doesn't matter your size.
Oh, good for you. Well, thank you so much. You're so inspirational and so positive. And are there still events going on this week?
This This week, no, but twice a year, and you can find Israeli designers online.
Amazing. So what's next? So are you like planning to, start your own clothing line? Like specifically no.
Oh, that's not a bad idea, Gala.
Why not?
Thank you. There are many, many amazing fashion designers in Israel.
So leave it to them.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, she's a stylist, so do you work with plus-size girls?
Yes.
Yeah. Which is great that they have
Fantastic.
that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Meanwhile, tourism in Qatar may be going through easy waters with more tourists coming to the country on cruise ships. I24's Erica Jackson has more.
It's smooth sailing for tourism in Qatar as mega-sized cruise ships carrying thousands of passengers are expected to increase tourism in the country.
Marine tourism is a main part of Qatar Tourism Authority strategy for 2017 to 2023. We started attracting cruise ships 2 seasons back. Last season, we had a 1,000% increase in tourists coming on board cruise ships with the arrival of 47,000 passengers.
21 ships are expected to arrive between November and April, bringing in tens of thousands of tourists.
We aim to attract 50,000 tourists on the course of this season, which started last month.
Qatari officials say it's all part of a new tourism strategy in the country to promote Doha port as a stopover for cruise ships, as a way to bring diversity to the tourism sector. This comes as tourism in neighboring countries has slumped because of a continuing diplomatic dispute.
As visitor numbers from neighboring countries decreased, we saw an increase in tourists in the leisure sector. Also, the recent changes in entry visa regulations in Qatar witnessed a major change, where the visa was waived for citizens from more than 80 countries. Since the new law took effect, we saw a huge increase in visitors.
And one market may be the most likely to board ship.
The biggest part of the society which is traveling are the so-called best agers. People over 50, they have the money, they have the time, they spend it, and this is an ideal target group for a destination like Qatar.
Now Qatar looks to a future of riding a wave of tourism. Erica Jackson, I24 News.
James Cameron, it's taken 20 years, but he's revealed why Jack had to die in Titanic. Why did it take 20 years of heartbroken women to finally hear the truth of the saddest ending to a love story ever? The director told Vanity Fair that the decision was an artistic choice and continues that if Jack had lived, the film would have been meaningless. The movie is about death and separation, and he had to die. I still hear Celine Dion. Meanwhile, coming up next, spoofing the Mossad, Twitter style, live with a guy who's found a witty way of social commentary and has gone viral. Sex therapist Shelley Varrode with a study saying opening up your relationship may save your marriage.